Married at First Sight, Season 14, Episode 7, Mark and Lindsay, and it opens up with them on the plane, and there's Mark in the middle seat again, scrunched up in the middle seat with Lindsay got the window seat. She either got the window or the aisle. I'm telling you, I don't know why Mark keeps calling Lindsay nurturing. She's not nurturing, she's controlling. If you look up the definition of nurturing in the dictionary, Lindsay's picture is not going to be nowhere near it because she is not nurturing. She is controlling. She's not no caretaker. She's not nurturing. She's bossy and controlling. As soon as they get home, she's talking about sustainability. You got to do this. You got to do that. Give me your clothes. Let me put them back. Let me wash them. You know what? All that caretaking, that's a front to control. So they're talking about, let's go home. And are you ready to go back and make this, make a living together? What? A living with living in some bed bugs? They put on these hazmat suits to go into Mark's old apartment. I wouldn't be going there with them damn bed bugs. I sure wouldn't be going in there with them bed bugs. And you wouldn't be bringing nothing to my house. If you come in my house, you coming from a house with bed bugs, you better show up naked. And as soon as she get there, she's like, does it make you happy? Throw this away, throw this away, throw this away. She having this man throw stuff away and place from his mama. This is ridiculous. She's so controlling. But then you find out because once they get to her house, oh yeah, he's got to throw shit away because it ain't got nowhere to put it in your house. Her house is as scattered and cluttered as her own mind is. He's got to throw all his stuff away because you know what? She keeps everything. Can't everybody keep something? Lindsay keeps everything. But you go to Lindsay's house and she got plants everywhere, gadgets everywhere, knickknacks everywhere. I guess from all these trips she took, plants everywhere. He talking about it look like Mother Earth. He disappointed because what he was thinking was he was going to be able to move in there afterwards because I think Mark ain't got no apartment, but he wasn't going to have no apartment before. It ain't the landlord's fault. I already know that. No. He wasn't going to have no apartment before it. He was hoping he could move in Lindsay. Now he realized her apartment is horrible and she's horrible. He's basically saying, dang, I ain't got nowhere to go after this free apartment with Married at First Sight. Lindsay talking about, oh, his grandma's down to 70 pounds. That's sad. And she thinks that's where all his worry is coming from. Yeah, some of his worry is coming from his grandma. But you know what? A good portion is coming from you too, Lindsay. You talking about he's ready to explode. He's got this mixed mindset and he's driving you insane. Well, you two people driving each other insane. She can see how he's driving her insane, but she don't see nothing she doing. Marcus tells us the way that she talks is condescending and it's a turn off. I know it is because she got a slithering tongue. Pastor calorized and she's like, you know what? Mark is not showing me the best version of himself. Who are you? Talking about she wants to be able to help him. No, you don't. You want to be able to control him. Let me tell you something, people. When you are giving help that somebody doesn't want, that's not called help. That's called controlling. That's called smothering. If I tell you I don't want something from you, but you keep giving it to me, you're not helpful. You're harmful. Marcus falls in the same category like Michael. When you start seeing how your behavior invokes a negative response for your wife, you know what you do? You start shutting down. You start lying. You start withholding truth. You start not telling them everything. And that's what Mark is starting to do to Lindsay. Because what he's figured out is if you don't tell her what she wants to hear, if you don't give her what she wants, then you know what? You're going to meet the wrath of that tongue. And so he's starting to be quiet. So as soon as Pastor Cal says, are you listening to Mark, what he's saying, how he feels smothered? And here comes that nasty tongue again. I don't know. It all sounds like nonsense. It sounds like one big run-on sentence to me. And I like what Pastor Cal said to her. You know, when you walk around with this bluntness thinking it's a badge of honor, it's not a badge of honor. You really need to get rid of it. It's not attractive. You know, and I don't like how they were paired up. I told you from the very beginning, these two were the same. And Pastor Cal basically admitted it. He basically said they knew Mark was a lot and they knew that Lindsay was a lot more. But what they did was they figured, you know what? These two will be good together because Mark hasn't been able to find anyone. Because you know what? A lot of women can't take Mark and a lot of women can't take Lindsay. But this is what I don't like about this. No, you know what these two people need to do? Then they need to heal on their own. They don't need to come in a relationship and expect another person to put up with their bullshit. You don't just stick a man with Lindsay because she's a lot to handle, and so you stick Mark with her. No, you leave Lindsay out there in the street all by herself till she figures it out. You don't bring nobody into a relationship who can take it. Don't nobody want to take this for a lifetime from Lindsay. And Lindsay's talking about she needs to be affirmed. I wouldn't affirm her either. Why do I need to affirm this bad behavior of yours? She wants to be rewarded for this bad, nasty behavior of yours. And when you don't reward it, she talks about she feels rejected. So what you want me to do? Reward your bad behavior? No, Lindsay, you need to change. You need to change and stop thinking it's everybody else. Like you call all your ex-boyfriends, all these Guidos and jabronis and everything else. You got a nasty term to describe all your exes. But what's the nasty term you have to describe yourself? That's the term I want to hear. What's that called? Mark is saying it's not helpful. It's controlling. And he's saying he don't know how much longer he can take these losses up in here. Yeah, because you take a loss when you got to keep accepting something from somebody that you don't want to receive. And you can't fight back or say anything back because it upsets them. So every time you keep shrinking and shrinking and shrinking, and each time it's a loss because you're slowly losing yourself. And you know what? This ain't gonna last, y'all. This ain't gonna last. I'd be very surprised if these two say yes on decision day. That's it, y'all. Talk to you later. Bye.